Hi guys, welcome to Rossi Audio again. Rossi Audio is more than just hi-fi and car audio. Um, Maybe not too many of you know that we are, in fact, been many years in pro audio, and most of the experience that we have is, in fact, in pro audio. With that, I'm making a video about pro audio, and this time it's not about speakers, amplifiers, or anything like that. It's more about safety. It's more about choosing the right type of products for safety reasons around and beside your stage and on stage. So if you are into pro audio gear and you're looking to buy speaker stands, here is a video you want to watch. There's a million, gazillion, bazillion speaker stands out there to choose from, to pick from. You can go online, you can find speaker stands all over the place. And I mean, they go down to like $29.99 for the pair. And trust me, I know. Because right here, you see the orange ones and the red ones. Those are sold in pairs right here in my store for $59, $69 or something around there. So I think it's $69.99 for the pair. And they come in a box like that. And they're sold in pairs. They are okay. They are okay. They can take a certain amount of weight. But the problem is, you see I have a pair of Yamaha speakers on here now. Let's see, I'm not blocking the camera. You see I have a pair of Yamahas on them. On the back here I have a pair of JBLs, and they function good for that. But that's about it. So I want to say, if you put any more than 100 pounds, any more than 80 pounds on each of them, you're running the risk of something, because this is not thick metal, and this is plastic and plastic and plastic and very, very thin metal. Okay, so it's built cheaply because it's being sold cheap. The price is cheap, so it's built cheaply. It can be adjusted maybe a little bit higher, 2, 3, 4 inches higher, but then it becomes very, very wobbly. Oh yeah, and that's another safety issue. You don't want it to be too wobbly. So if you want to have speaker stands, you want them to be sturdy and not wobbly. You don't want to like the speakers. You don't want the speakers to like this. That's what you get when you buy cheap. But then again, I have to have them because not everyone wants to invest in good, solid speaker stands. And I don't know why. Because it is a safety issue, guys. If you are a DJ or you have a stage and you have like a booth, and you have speakers on the side of your stage, on the side of your booth, and you have people dancing in front of your booth, or walking and running on the side of it, and in front of it, if this falls over for some type of reason, because these doesn't handle it, you are in deep shit. You're liable. So these are okay up until a certain point. These are not what I would recommend for most pro use. Are they okay for, let's say, one guy playing guitars on a stage in a restaurant one night a week? Yes. And that's exactly what they're made for. These are not made for heavy touring, even DJs on the weekends, weekend after weekend, day after day. Because after a while, this is not going to hold up. So I want to show you what you should go for, and we have them right here. This is the real deal. These are Yorkville stands, and you see they are not even extended fully up, and they're higher than me. So they are like 3 or 4 times, they can go 3 or 4 times higher than the other one that I showed you. And this is fixed steel, guys. This is real steel. And the bottom on these, I haven't extended them all the way out because of the space here. I don't want to take too much of the room of the floor for that. But these can be spread out even more, so make them really sturdy. But this is solid stuff. This is made in Italy. Really solid stuff. Nice, thick, solid screws. This is shit. It's so strong metal compared to that flimsy things over there that's made in China. This metal over here, 3 or 4 times thicker than the other ones over there. But then again, this is Yorkville. I don't think these were sold separately. I think these came with us in a speaker package kind of deal, combo thing. But I'm just showing you because there are speaker stands out there that are in this quality range and that should be in this quality range. So if you're running big heavy speakers, this is what you should go for. Do yourself a favor. Do not go out and skimp on stuff when it comes to safety, okay? Because at the end of the road, at the end of the day, at the end of the weekend, you are the one who are responsible for any damages to property and person. So if someone gets hurt, you are the one who has to be held accountable. And if you don't have a liability insurance, you can run the risk of being sued for, depending on the injury to the person or to the property. But I have seen DJs being sued for several $100,000. And in one instance, I saw a DJ being sued for a couple of $1 million. So if you want to skimp out by buying a $29.99, $49.99, $59.99 pair of speaker stands, go ahead. You're playing with your life. You're playing with your future. I, for one, want to say, because if you are in for this and you want to do this on a regular basis for years to come, think about it. Do you really sleep better at night and save that much money by buying speaker stands that are costing $29.99 or $49.99 compared to real good solid speaker stands that you maybe pay $200, $300, $400 for? Because trust me, these will last you 10, 15, 20 years without a problem. These down here, you're lucky if they last you a year. You're lucky if they last you 6 months. So not only are you saving money by buying better and paying a little bit more, but the risk of damage to property and people and person is way less. That means the risk of you being held accountable, liable, and possibly being sued and have to pay $100,000, $200,000, and maybe, if you're really unlucky, millions of dollars in damages. Isn't that worth $200, $300, $400, $500 as a one-time investment over 10, 15, 20 years? Instead of a one-time $300, $400 saving just so you can get something cheap. And this is not only for speaker stands, guys. This is all about every product in audio. I see it every day. People want to save and skimp and all this shit. If you want quality, you have to pay for it. But for some reason, and I don't mean to be disrespectful towards a certain age group of people, but damn, millennials are freaking stupid these days. And for some reason, they think that if they can save a buck here and there, they have done a good deed or a good thing. No, you haven't. What you have is you started to bite yourself in the ass. I'm sorry for saying it. Invest in good quality and invest in good products, especially when it comes to safety. But it goes also for sound quality and product quality as well. Not only just for safety, but for everything. But safety is number one. And let me tell you, product quality is also safety, because if you buy cheap product, they're not made as good as other things, so they can cause you problems. We've seen it many times before. Knockoffs in electronics are bad. They're notorious for causing fires, breaking down, causing damages to other electronics around them in the house if they're hooked up to certain outlets and stuff like that. So do yourself a favor. I'm not saying this because I want to sell better, more expensive products. I have cheap products here too. I would be happy to sell you cheap products because it costs me less to buy in. You have to think about this. When I sell a more expensive product, I have to pay more for it when I buy it in. So you see, the profit margin for me is not anymore. I make more money on the cheap stuff than I do on the more expensive stuff. But I'm telling you, I've been in this business for 28, 29, 30 years. And I rather want to see people buy good quality stuff and safe stuff than buying this cheap stuff, even though I make more money on the cheap stuff. Because I can sell more of it, faster turnaround. My markups are better on the cheap stuff than the more expensive stuff. So I'm not making any more money. The other stores are not making any more money by selling more expensive stuff because they pay more for it. The manufacturers, the distributors, and all that stuff, they know this, so they charge more to the dealers. So it's a myth that when you buy something expensive that the store makes more money. They don't. Because I can sell, let's say I sell a brand new pair of $400, these are not brand new, these are used, but I can get them new in a similar quality. I can sell something new like that for $395, $495, depending on the brand. But it will take me maybe 6 months to sell one pair, okay? And my profit is maybe $100, if that. $90, 85, $90. But I can sell, in that same time period, I can sell 60 pairs of these cheap ones with a $40, $25, $28 profit margin. So do the math. I make more money on the cheap ones, but I feel bad because if someone comes in here, and I always ask them, what are you going to use them for? And if they say, well, I'm a guitar player, I play at restaurants once a week. Okay, I get it. What kind of speaker do you have? How much does it weigh? I have a pair of 12 inches, two ways. They weigh about 40 pounds each. I'm like, okay, you're good to go. You can use the cheap ones because for that use and those speakers, not a problem. Just put them on this setting and put them a little, this and this. You should be good to go. But if they are a DJ who plays Saturdays, Sundays, every week, maybe during the weekend, weekdays as well, I do not recommend it at all. But of course, some people want them anyway. So, But that was it. I just want to take a time, make a video about safety, especially in pro audio, but this also goes for car audio. This also goes for home audio and hi-fi and everything. Buy good quality. Pay a little bit more, because in the end, you are the one who's benefiting from it, not me, not the other stores, not the dealers. We're not benefiting from you buying better quality. The only way I can benefit from you buying better quality is because you becoming a more satisfied customer, and you're probably gonna give me a good review, and I don't have to deal with stuff breaking down and you coming back and say, hey, this broke down. So there you go. It's a win-win for both parties, and we all stay safe and we have a good time. Until next time, guys, have a great time and take care.